What is up, dudes and lady dudes? Welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. Today we're taking a look at a brand new card revealed for Blazing Vortex, and it's actually an XYZ monster, which is pretty cool, and the artwork is insane. I mean, look at this thing. This thing looks so incredibly dope. I love the design. I love the colors, like very like pastel, like light, like soft colors, and I love it. All right. But as for the card, the big stuff, the important stuff, okay? This is Divine Tree Beast Hyperiton. A lot of names, a lot of words going on there. All right, moving on to his effects, okay? This is what we came for. This is an Earth Plant XYZ effect monster. It is a rank 9, 2600 attack, 1900 defense, and obviously 2 level 9 monsters. I like that it's generic. It needed to be generic. Like rank 9s are, I would say, hard enough to make, but I guess that's kind of more of a thing of the past now that we have the synchro combos that go into the like a calamities or whatever. So anyway, as for the effects, you can only use each of the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. First effect says, when you activate a card or effect during your turn, quick effect, you can target one card of the same type, monster, spell, or trap, in your graveyard and attach that card to this card as material. So that's interesting. You already have to have the same type engraved, so I guess monster makes the most sense, but spell is probably next up, and trap is pretty unrealistic. You get to then attach it to it as material, which takes us to the second effect. When a card or effect is activated during your opponent's turn, quick effect, you could attach one material that was originally the same type of card, monster, spell, trap, from this card, and if you do, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. All right, so essentially based off of the material it has, we'll give it, once during your opponent's turn, a negate of that type of card or those types of cards, assuming you have multiple materials of different types, which is pretty good. I mean, like, seriously, even if you don't even use the first effect to attach anything weird, spells, traps, whatever, you're already making this with 2 monsters, which means this is just a negate a monster effect and destroy it. It's destroy it as well, and that's very important. When you look at something like Boral Savage, imagine how much stronger Boral Savage would be if it actually negated and destroyed, man. Whoo! So this card's pretty good. I don't think there's really much question there. Obviously, sometimes there are weaknesses with cards that only negate monster effects, where something like Lightning Storm, Evenly Matched, can still be dropped on your board and still very simply and easily equalize the board state, right? But at least you do have a chance to get a spell on there to at least stop those big haymakers. Obviously, it won't stop evenly or impermanence, but it will stop, it will stop like the Lightning Storms, and other haymakers like that. Mind Control, I guess, is another one, those kinds of things. So overall, I think it's a good card, but my one main concern is it's a rank 9. And you know what else is a rank 9? This boy right here. True King of all calamities is a rank 9. My biggest concern is, why would I ever play this over this? Okay, this is like one of the most insane floodgates in the game. I still think this is a good card. I just think it's a little bit out of its league at the moment. Now, we've been talking about it for almost a year now. Should calamities be banned? It's used in dinosaurs. It can be generically made through synchro combos. Like, should calamities just go for on the merit of being just a degenerate win condition, just a degenerate one card that gets you disruption, like one monster disruption that stops an entire turn and then you just die on the next turn? Is it too strong? If it gets banned, then I think this card steps into a pretty nice, spoon-fed role of oh, well, there's nothing else. This is now the new best rank 9. And there's other archetypes too, technically. If you wanted to talk about generators, technically you could make this card. Not a bad card to make in that deck, but, calamities, still better. So I think all of this card's entire potential is going to hinge on the fact that whether or not calamities, or you could say whether or not, or also when calamities ends up on the ban list. It's an insane card. It probably should be, just on the fact of how much this card is just oh, you have to have very specific outs or you just pass and probably die on the next turn. So we'll see how that goes. I still think it's a good card. It's definitely, it's just a negate. It's just a negate. It's at least a monster gate and could potentially be more versatile than that, which is really cool, honestly. So guys, let me know your thoughts down below. What do you think of the new Divine Tree Beast Hyperiton? Do you think it has a lot of potential going on right now, or do you think the same thing as me for the moment? It really just needs Calamities to go before this card can really step in and fill in that powerful rank 9 slot. But yeah, throw that down in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. As always, subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date on all Yu-Gi-Oh reveals, new card reviews, deck profiles, discussion videos. Ugh. All that shiz. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.